Hello, I'm very happy to meet you all in one another video explaining the long buy long sell indicator with parabolic SAR and how this is helping our trade to be in a good profitable side. I will quickly explain one by one, try to capture everything, and if you have any queries, you can ask me in the comments or in Telegram. Wherever possible, just post your queries. I will take this in the next video. First, let's see how to enable this PSAR from our long buy long sell indicator. Please note, everything appearing in the chart is configured. You can adjust these parameters to get best optimal output in the chart. Example, the input of 70 to 500 and here 170 to 500 can also be changed so to see a better output in the background and candle colors. There are multiple options available which you can play around and set it according to your needs. And suppose if this is not working as expected, you can always reset this indicator by deleting and coming back to add. This will come to its initial stage. So don't worry about setting mess up. You can always come back and reload to have the default setting available. Now let's quickly get into how to set this PSAR up and down in the chart. You very well know this is the strength meter section given as a tick box. When you tick box, the corresponding update will appear in the chart. These two are the options to select the PSAR up and PSAR down. Closely look at the chart. When I deselect or take the tick mark out, the PSAR up that is appearing in the downside in green dots is going away. When I enable this, it appears again. Likewise, when I disable this, the above PSAR will disappear from the chart. See here it is loading. Now it's gone. Now for this, I would need the PSAR. So I am enabling it. If you want the plot of the green and the red, additionally to these two, you can also enable the extra moving average. For good understanding and explaining purpose, I am enabling this extra moving average also. I would always say this is adaptive line which helps us to be in a good trade always. So these options we have selected. If you want to change the color of this, you can go to style and do the change. So these are all the options available. Look at this. When I remove this, the color is going away. So each of the option is given according to your need. You can very well set or deselect any parameters from inputs and from style. So the PSAR and all is given here as a strength meter. So strength meter 7 is where we told the PSAR, right? So this is there. And by selecting, deselecting this, you will definitely come to know the right update. Now we will go into the chart to see how we can use this for our trading. Look at this. For example, here it shows we are still in the long run, though the background become red, still the candle shows we are in the long run. Actually speaking, this candle must have become black, but everything cannot be adjusted in the logic. So based on the experience, we come to know we have to close this position because the long close appear there and the P's are also appearing on the top. The P's are appearing on the top says the price would go down from the level it is appearing. When the PSAR dot appears below the candle, this is an indication that the price would further go up from here. So in this example, if we actually want to take a trade as a long, this is where we would go for a long. The reason being the candle become blue or the background also become blue. Those two criteria helps us deciding the trade to be a long here. If in case, as an expert trader, you wanted to go for a trade well in advance before the signal comes from long buy long sell indicator, then you can look for a few triggers. The one of the trigger is that I already told the adaptive line can easily be used to identify there is a trend reversal from short to long. So when all these three or two of the adaptive lines becoming red to green, that is where we can be ready for taking the long entry. And additionally, look at this. We have got a buy signal, which is an inbuilt indication from the long buy long sell indicator. This also helps us to identify the trade is going to be a long. In addition to that, now the PSAR become green here. This is additional strength indicating instead of waiting the bar to become blue and the background to become green early in advance, we can go for taking a trade in the long side. So pretty much we need to learn all this concept, which is very easy to learn, and then apply this in the chart and in your analysis to have a better understanding how to take a trade to be profitable. Hope this video is very useful for you and helps you to identify the trade properly on the entry criteria. So make use of it. Now let me go to another example and help you where you can take a shot very decisively and very comfortably. Is that you have already seen this long close become, though the candle is blue for a manual trade I am talking about, very well see other trigger coming to go for a short. So here the background already becomes short, which means we can go for a trade. In order to have multiple confirmation, check this long close and also a dot. This gives you an indication, yes, there is a favorable criteria to go for a short here. And when you can close the trade, there are multiple cases you can close the trade. I already told you when the wick becomes long than the body here, you can close this trade or wait for the trigger to come, like the orange arrow, orange star in the downside, or this kind of PSAR appearing in the chart. These are all the criteria using which you can decide about your exit criteria. So two things I explained how to take a long and a short. Let me also see if I can take some more example and help you out to go for short or long. Definitely here you see the P's are become dark green and these two star tells us that we have to close a short entry. So this is the place we can be ready for going into long, even though the candle is still in a color of black. Okay. So after two candles, you see it is appearing in the green color also, which means the adaptive line is appearing in the green color. This is also one of the indication you can take a trade. See here, the PSAR is constantly appearing and the volume also picking up. It is more than the moving average volume. So these are all the signs using which you can go for a long yearly instead of waiting a right trigger to come either as a blue candle or a background green. Okay. So basically, I'm explaining how you can be taking the trade well in advance before the signal is coming. note that this would perfectly work for a manual trader. If you are auto trader, definitely without manual intervention or man intervention, it is working. So definitely we cannot intervene all this to make a trade to our side or our favorable. Okay. So look at this. This PSAR is appearing here. Background is going red. So this is where we can enter for the trade. And it's a confident 100% accurate trade. The reason being, look at the previous candle. Here we have got a notification. It is a long close and the wick is too high than the previous weeks. And therefrom a reversal kind of thing is happening. So if we are watching this kind of trade, definitely, rather than taking the trade here, we would have entered well in advance here, and the position would become very favorable in a profit. Okay, so look at the indicator signals and how this is plotting, and to uh, make use of this in favor to your trade. I just reduced this price distance so that we get more clear indicator view. I just loaded this indicator to the left in the 75 minutes and see there are multiple good entries we are getting. Here it is a short and you can very well close it. And the reason being, you got a green star, which means it is an indication for long. And when this green star coming and PSAR is appearing, that's where you have to be very, very confident to take the trade. In this case, we did not get multiple confirmation, so we can avoid this trade as a long. But for sure, the short trade can be taken. Here, yes, it is in the long, no need of closing anything here. But how you can well in advance take a long trade, for that, you can always refer to this PSAR. So just check this indicator that would really help you to become better in your trading and be a profitable trader, I would say. There are multiple signals indication coming from this indicator. It will take much more time to explain each and every one in this video, but definitely I will explain all these one by one in several upcoming videos. Stay tuned and keep watching and post your queries in the comments or reach out to me through social media so that I can better understand your query and explain better how you can take a trade and be profitable with that. With that, I will close this video since the length of the video is going long. Thanks for watching. Once again, I will come back with one another video. Until then, thank you. Have a good time.